Hey guys, welcome to a new video. My name is Emmanuel. Today I'm going to be talking about the concept of money and how to really grasp it. Well, how I grasp it, at least from a 19-year-old perspective. So I've worked jobs and I've traded, day traded. I day trade, like I still do it. I still work a job. I still hustle on the side. And for me, money has, the way I've seen money has fluctuated a lot, especially the way that I feel that it works. I've never really been one to do too much research on money specifically and stuff like that. But recently I just had this crazy, I had this shift, and I started doing a lot of research, learning a lot of things about money, and I feel like it's completely changed my perspective. So here, let me lock the door because I'm in Harlem. You feel me? I'm at work. I don't want nobody to, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not here to show off or nothing, right? This is just some cash I carry around, just in case. So, all right. Here I have almost $400. 1, 10, and a whole bunch of 20s, and then 100. Now, most people might see the money and they'll be like, yo, you could buy some shit with that. I could get myself probably a PS5 at this point. You know how much weed I could buy with this? And some people might be like, yo, you could flip that shit, buy this and then resell it. And other people might see the money and they're like, oh, that could cover half my rent. Oh, that could cover my car note. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But hear me out. If when you're receiving money, okay, you got $400 right here, right? Say you were to receive this random $400, but you have a car note of $400 a month. The money that you're receiving is debt. You are in debt, so that the money that you do receive just goes back out from you. So pretend you're a source. Here, put it this way. Pretend you're like a wire of electricity, right? Like an electric wire. Now you're connected to, let's say, a generator, which, no. Let's call your job the generator, right? The job is the generator. You're connected to one of those fucking crazy ACs that niggas get in the summer that use 120 volts, you feel me? You're connected to one of those. This is the most people in the United States right now. 99% of people, 98, whatever. They're receiving a certain amount of electricity. Say they're receiving 20 watts per second, right? I don't know how that shit works. Don't fucking say nothing. 20 watts per second. Say your average income is fucking 20 something K, right? But their expenses, their car note, their rent, they're paying for their phone still, they're paying for, who the fuck knows? They're in debt with these things that they think that they could pay off, and they're moving smart because they're I have enough to afford this, so I'm gonna buy this ahead of time, put this on a lease, and then just start paying for it as time goes by. It'll be cheap, it'll be easy, right? No, bro, listen. So pretend you're that cable getting 20 watts a second. The AC that needs 200 2,000 watts, whatever. Okay, let's say the AC just simply needs a lot more than you are getting. But you don't understand that. So you're out here straining yourself. You think you got the money because technically every month you pay things off and you have a little bit left. And then you spend that shit on Starbucks or candy or some fucking video games, right? The truth is, as long as you have things that you owe and you're paying things, you are in debt, and it's going to be extremely hard to get rich. Point, period, blank. You're renting a car? All right, renting is different. If you're renting something, that's more on you if you want to do that. But the best thing you could do is own things. So if I were to, instead of rent a car or have a car note, I save up for a minute, use the bus, whatever, and then I buy a car, full cold hard cash. I buy a car, it's mine. Now I don't owe that money anymore. I can only progress and stack up, because when I'm stacking up, I don't have a piece of that money going straight back out into things that I already owe. You feel me? So let's say, for example, my situation. So I'm here in New York, right? And I pay rent. I still pay for my motorcycle because I got that shit on a lease. And I pay, like, you know, my phone, all that shit, whatever. College. Now I want to get rich, right? So I started peeping shit. I started listening. Niggas be saying, all right, well, if you want to get rich, but you still have all these things, the first thing a nigga gotta focus on, the first thing you gotta focus on is paying everything off. You gotta pay off your car, pay off your phone, pay off whatever thing that you have on lease. You gotta get rid of any subscriptions that you're not really, bro, you gotta get rid of distractions in general, right? After that, and only after that, can you actually start stacking your bread. So I'm here in New York and I paid for my stuff. I'm paying for my stuff month per month, right? And I only get left with a couple bucks every at the end of the month, or in, like, the rest I throw into my stock market, right? Now listen, I could do like this. I could keep doing this shit for years if I have to. Like, it's simple, it's easy, it doesn't cost me anything. I could do it. But am I building anything? Am I building any value within myself? Nah. Am I building anything? Any skills? Am I saving any money? No, nothing, nigga. I'm broke. I'm still broke, and I still owe this money to things that are just gonna keep stealing money from me, because I'm comfortable in the amount of money that I'm getting, and I'm thinking as if I'm worth the amount of money that my job is giving me. Feel me? And that's the mistake that most people do. Now, if I were to switch it up, right? So now I just get rid of all my debt. I pay everything off, right? I get rid of all my debt. Boom. I'm moving to Denver. Why? Damn, Manny, you came all the way to New York, and you were here for a year and a half, and you know, everything was chilling, and all of a sudden you want to move back to Denver, bro? Seriously? Denver? You said you hated that. I don't like Denver. I don't like Denver that much. I really don't. It's like the energy is toxic as hell. But my family is there, and my family has a room for me in the house. So if I'm trying to get rich, and my goal is to get rich, what am I doing in New York, the most expensive city, paying expensive ass rent, working a minimum wage job, when I could be in Denver, rent free, getting paid more, because the jobs in Denver somehow pay more than the jobs in New York? Don't quote me on that. It's just what I've peeped. And focus on myself, and without having to have all these distractions and this and that and that. You feel me? So I'm going back because I'm trying to make my moves to, like, actually grow my stuff. You feel me? Stack my money up, get rid of all my debt, get rid of all my credit card payments. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So another thing that I wanted to mention just before I end this video is, once you do get to that point of, like, boom, you're flat. You don't owe nothing, but you don't really have nothing. And say you have this $400 cash, right? Well, what do you do? Some people might be like, well, now that I don't have anything I owe, I might get myself a nice car because it'll be super easy to pay it off because I don't really owe anything else. No, nigga, that's the opposite. That's like you walking into a trap on purpose and setting your foot in there and letting that shit clamp onto you, and then trying to walk a marathon trying to get rich. That's exactly what you're doing if you do that. What you want to do is double it. So if I started with 100, I turned it into 200. I turned that 200 into 400. If you guys don't believe me, I have pictures and videos. So it rained last week. 2 days ago. It rained here in New York. And I had a day off at work. You know what I did? I went to the Chinese store, to the 99-cent store. It's not 99 cents, but I went there, right? Bought a whole bunch of fucking umbrellas, posted up at Times Square with a sign. And I just said umbrellas. So I bought all these umbrellas for like $5 and I sold them for 10. Boom, doubled it. So I went from 200 to 400. Now what do I do? 400 to 800. Now what I'm doing is, I'm trying to double this shit while I'm also getting rid of my debt and stuff. I'm trying shit out. I'm not perfect, but it's what I'm trying to do. If you were to double your money 10 times, if you double $1,000 10 times, that's 1 point something million. It's a game. Growing your money is a game of doubling it. all your main goal shouldn't be to increase as much as you want to double your money. As long as you can keep doubling your money consistently, you're gonna keep getting rich. Like, that's the goal. You don't want to overreach. You don't want to do too little. You want to make sure you try to double your money. And that's what. And if you want to take my advice, if not, this is just based off what I've learned and what I researched. If you don't want to listen to me, that's cool. Do as you please. I'm just trying to put you on some game. But I guess the last thing I could say is educate yourself. That's the number one thing. You gotta educate yourself. You gotta really put yourself out there and learn, get experience. Sitting around watching YouTube isn't gonna do much. Like, you will learn on YouTube, yeah, that's great. But if that's all you're doing, then you need to step it up a little bit. The reason I went to Times Square wasn't to really double the money. I wanted to get the experience of having to sell to people, of hustling out on the streets like that. Like, I needed to get something to get me going. I used to hustle back in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to sell things. But now, like, that shit's way behind me. I don't have none of those skills. I used to work as a door-to-door salesman. I used to be great at that shit. I used to get sales all the time. But that shit was a long time ago. I don't have the experience anymore. I don't have the memories. Like, I don't remember exactly. So I put myself out there so I could get that shit going again. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be in the energy. You feel me? Gotta get on that. You feel me? But yeah, that is the video for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tips from a 19-year-old living in New York. Not for much longer. I will be back, though. I will be back. When I come back, you guys will see. All right, anyways, catch you guys later. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe and stay healthy. See you.